Palmer Hayden focused on scenes from everyday life. He painted barbershops, street corners, and churches, moments that others overlooked. His work was sometimes criticized for its raw style, but Hayden's goal was clear. He wanted to preserve the rhythms and routines of black life as it was. Lois Jones worked across styles and continents. Her paintings blended African traditions, modern art, and deep cultural reflection. She studied in Paris, exhibited internationally, and never stopped evolving. Lois Jones reminded the world that black art belonged anywhere, and could speak to everyone. These artists didn't just create images. They created visibility. They put black life on canvas, not as background, but as the subject. Their work gave shape to a movement and helped generations see themselves through a different lens. How did black-owned media help the movement grow? The Harlem Renaissance was not only powered by art, but also by those who published, printed, and promoted it. Black-owned newspapers and magazines gave creators a platform to be heard, without filtering their message through outside control. Publications like The Crisis, edited by W.E.B. Du Bois, and Opportunity, run by the National Urban League, played a major role. They showcased new writers, artists, and thinkers, who helped shape public conversations about race, identity, and justice. These outlets also encouraged readers to take pride in black culture and history. At a time when mainstream media often ignored or distorted black life, these publications became tools for truth and progress. They helped build a community of readers who saw their lives reflected in print, and inspired a wave of cultural confidence that extended beyond Harlem. Who carries the torch today? The Harlem Renaissance created a blueprint that still shapes black culture and creativity. Its voices spoke to freedom, truth, and pride. And that energy continues in the work of today's artists and thinkers. You can see Langston Hughes's influence in writers like Ta-Nehisi Coates and Amanda Gorman, who use language to confront injustice and uplift the black experience. Zora Neale Hurston's bold storytelling lives on through authors like Jesmyn Ward and Tayari Jones, who write deeply rooted narratives about family, history, and survival. In music, artists like Janelle Monáe and Kendrick Lamar echo the spirit of Renaissance performers, who use sound to speak for the people. Even in visual art, creators like Kehinde Wiley and Mickalene Thomas reflect black identity in ways that challenge how we're seen. The Harlem Renaissance may be over, but its legacy is alive in the words we write, the music we play, and the stories we tell. That's a wrap, History Seekers. Catch the full story on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.